Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Minecraft Story Mode. So we're going to be talking about the pros, the cons, what the game is about. We will be including bits of both. How it did and how generally it is in 2025, whether it's still a game worth playing or not. These are my opinions, by the way. These aren't factually correct. This is just like my personal, opinions on Minecraft Story Mode. So if you do enjoy the video, please like, subscribe, and comment if you're new. I'd really appreciate it. And the reason that we're going to be discussing this today is because I actually saw some YouTube videos on it pop up on my feed, and I thought, you know what? I might be doing a series of Minecraft Story Mode, so I thought I'd make this video before it comes out rather than having to spend ages talking about it in my actual gameplay. So, Minecraft Story Mode. How do I feel about it? I only played this game when I was like 15, 16, so for me, just under 5 years ago. The annoying thing about that was, by this point, the game had already been discontinued. Because from what I know, everything shut down in 2019. I came from a family where I wasn't really allowed to play video games very much. I had a Wii and that was about it, and it wasn't released on the Wii. And the reason probably for that was, well, because at this point, games were still releasing for the Wii. But I also think it's because they couldn't update the game either. So it would be like, you would get like the first episode on disc and then that would be it. Or you would get however many episodes, or I would have had to have waited until the entire game was out and then there was the last updates. But then they would have had to downgrade the quality, and then they've also would have had to redo the controls for the entire game and such. But personally, I think that it wouldn't have worked out on the Wii anyways. I think it's better off the way it was, put on the main platforms like Wii U, PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One. There is a version of it for the PS4 as well. Nintendo Switch Edition, which I believe the Switch came out in 2017. So that makes sense. But yeah, so the chance when I actually wanted to play it, I was not able to, which is unfortunate when you think about it, because I really was able to finally get the game in 2020, 2021, around that time. The only console I had as a kid was a Wii, so and even then I would go to my grandmother's every 2 weeks and I'd play the Wii. But I might have not enjoyed this game due to the fact it's more of a story-based game, not like a fighting kind of action game like Mario Kart or something like that. But my family were very strict on what games I was allowed to play. I only barely just was able to play the Lego games and stuff. So yeah, so I finally got to play this game. I'm going to say 2023 because even though the game was discontinued for a while on the Xbox 360 store, because I have an Xbox 360, I was still able to play the first episode for a little while. So I did play the first episode and I was like, this is really long for a first episode actually. I'd never really watched any YouTube videos on it. I was never the kind of kid that got to watch YouTube very much either. So I'd never seen like Stampy or Corey or whoever, like big YouTubers, play the game. So I never actually knew what Minecraft Story Mode was about until I played the first episode. And here's the thing, I actually enjoyed the first episode. I was really sad when it ended because I wasn't able to. I thought I was never going to be able to play the game personally. I thought that was it. I didn't know anything about modding consoles or anything back then. I only had two. I only had the Wii and the Xbox 360 and a Nintendo DS actually, I remember that. I had the DS Lite. And then as I got older, where we are now, when I was about 16, I started getting more consoles. I got a Wii U, a Nintendo Switch, a PS5 I got just last year. And I got a PS Vita, and a Nintendo 2DS XL. So I have quite a few systems actually now. I did at one point buy it on the PS4, and that was the first time I actually played through the entire game. I bought the season pass disc from CEX, which is a UK shop. I was originally going to do the series back then of this game, which was like in 2023, 2022, around that time. I don't know exactly when, but I was actually going to do that. But it didn't actually end up happening because I was so engrossed in the game to begin with, I completely forgot about recording it when I started the first episode, and that would have meant I would have had to gone back and do the whole thing again, because it's not like a game where you can just choose where you save from or whatever. So yeah, I did get the season pass disc and I was able to play it. It was expensive though, due to the fact that the game had been discontinued, but I was still able to play it because I could just realistically download the episodes without actually having to go on the store and like, even though the episode had been discontinued, I was still able to get them because I had a season pass disc. It's hard to explain, I don't really remember because this was like 3-4 years ago. I, over the past few years, have gotten into modding. I didn't really want to get taken off YouTube for saying that word. You know, that sort of stuff. I got into that with consoles. So last year I actually sent my Xbox off in August to get it modded. So it's now customized, it's got LEDs built into it, it's also got the chip inside of it, so you can play like modded like games that you can get online, ROMs and stuff. So I actually did get Minecraft Story Mode that way as well. When I got my Wii U, I'm modded that as well. I went through Minecraft Story Mode on that. But you only get the first season, you don't get the second season on that. I think it's because they just either didn't bother releasing it on the Wii U, due to it probably didn't do too well with the first season, or it just didn't do very well at all, or the Wii U just console, they just didn't want to release it on there. But yeah, so I have played it multiple times. There is also a way of getting it on laptops and PCs. If you are interested on figuring out how to do that, if you do want to play the game again, or you haven't had the opportunity to play the game, you can always DM me on Instagram at christopher.robin2676. Just say you've come from the video, and I can send you a link to how to download the game safely. There's no viruses or anything like that. I've downloaded it to my computer myself. Runs fine. I have tested it, and it comes with all 8 episodes. So yeah. But without any further ado, let's actually get into... I've gone into my background of the game. So let's actually get into whether I like the game or not. So the first time I played the game, I remember I look back on it very fondly, because when I did first play this game, I was about 16, 17 years old, so I was actually older at this point. I wasn't like 11, 12 playing Minecraft Story Mode. I knew what Minecraft was, and I had the Xbox 360 edition digital at this point before I modded my console. So I actually did have quite a few games, and Minecraft was one of the ones I definitely wanted to get at that point, because Minecraft, let's be real, everybody likes it. There is very few people I know that don't like Minecraft. Oh, by the way, guys, just, I know this is random, but my main mic has stopped working, so I'm actually using my backup, so that's why you can... my voice might sound a bit different, so yeah. Anyways, what are my thoughts on Minecraft Story Mode when I first played through it? I actually really liked it. I know that some people, like, that's a very unpopular opinion for some people, like, the game isn't the most amazing game ever, and no, I agree. For me, it has, even though it's a story-based game, it has replayability. I've streamed this game. I've not 100% completed it yet, but I have streamed this game. So um, I haven't like gone through the whole thing. I've gotten through the first 5 episodes on my Twitch. So if you do want to see that, go to Robin_Titans2676 on Twitch. Give me a follow. We're going to be going through episodes 6, 7, and 8 soon enough. But yeah, I actually really like this game. It was actually my favourite like game for a little while when I first played it, and honestly, I know it's a very unpopular opinion because people say, "Oh, the second game's better," or whatever. But I actually enjoyed the Witherstorm arc the most. The first 4 episodes, I actually found like it was very entertaining. I like the idea of that Witherstorm. Like that is actually like the best boss that I've ever seen like Minecraft come up with, or any sort of spin-off. I actually thought the Witherstorm was an amazing boss. I like the idea of it. Obviously, there is no way of stopping it from spawning, like whether you steal the potion or not in the first episodes. Whether you take it, Axel will take it anyway, so there's no way of stopping the Witherstorm. It will just spawn in and start sucking everything up and destroying the world. But yeah, I really enjoyed the first 4 episodes of Minecraft Story Mode. I actually thought when I first played it, because I'd never seen YouTube stuff, which I'm glad I didn't actually, because I got a nice pleasant surprise when I played the game. I thought all 8 episodes were going to be about the Witherstorm. I didn't think it was going to be like the first 4. So I never actually looked anything up because I didn't want to spoil myself, because when I actually completed the first 4 episodes, I was like, what am I going to do? Like, what's after this? Because I completed the 4th episode and I was like, well, what's left? You know, like, what am I doing now? So the basic rundown of episode 1 to 4, in the first episode you meet Jesse and his friends. They're going to go to a building competition to meet the Order of the Stone, who are basically legendary world heroes. You originally think there's 4 of them. Eligard for redstone, Magnus for blowing up things, Soren for like brain power and things like that, and construction, and then Gabriel is like the warrior of the group, the one who like did most of the combating and things like that. You meet Jesse and his friends, and you go to the building competition. You can lose, so depending on what you choose to build, you can win or lose. I tested my theory out twice to see which one I could win and which one I could lose. I think if you build the zombie, you lose. If you build the Enderman, you win. I don't know about the other 2 options because I've not played through the game enough. I've not gone through absolutely every single little thing of the game because I thought that'd be a bit tedious. So it doesn't matter realistically if you win or lose. The events of the game will still be the same. Maybe there'll be a few different references of dialogue, but that'll be about it. Then you have to find a guy named Ivor when he tries to make a deal with Petra for getting the Wither Skull to make the Witherstorm, obviously. And then you get scammed out of the deal. You chase him down. You go into the temple. You go into Ivor's basement kind of area, which is a weird place to have a house in the middle of like a giant arena area kind of thing. But it doesn't matter. You go down there, you've tried to find what you're looking for, you try to get a potion. I'm not going to go through the whole bloody thing, just a brief over thing. But you try to leave it behind, but then Axel takes it anyway. Ivor spawns the Witherstorm in front of the entire crowd. At this point, we didn't really know what the Witherstorm could do, other than what we saw on the box art kind of thing of Minecraft Story Mode. And it also depends on what disc you buy. If you get the Season Pass disc, it comes up differently for box art. If you get episode 1 only, it's different. So then the Witherstorm spawns. It then starts sucking everything up. You've then got to get through like the area while the Witherstorm is chasing you. Blah blah blah. Like get pulled up a few times. Then you've got your first choice, saving Gabriel and Petra. Whatever one you choose comes back later. and then you have to get into the Nether, and you get pushed into the Nether, and then you have to go through the Nether, get back out another side, and then you have to go in and find the Order's old temple, and that's where the episode ends. Episode 2, you continue from there. You can either go off with Ellegaard to find Ellegaard, or go off to find Magnus. Whatever one you eventually like defeat or meet, the Witherstorm will show up, and then that's basically the end of the episode when you get out there. And then episode 3, you have to go find Soren, and you set off to go do that, and then oops, you have to escape like a bunch of Endermen and things like that, which I found was very cool. You go to the end, so he built a whole thing in the end, whatever. Then you had to escape Soren's fortress, but you don't actually end up in like Soren's fortress kind of thing, like in the overworld. You originally go into the end, find a building that he made, and then you go out of there into the overworld again, which I felt like the building that he did make was really cool. Go check it out if you want to find out. Then after you found Soren in episode 3, you go to have one confrontation when you actually get out of the base and you see the Witherstorm. You try to beat the Witherstorm, you kill it at the end, you think, and then it revitalizes itself because you have to use the Formidor Bomb, which will then blow the entire thing to smithereens, which it does, but the command block wasn't destroyed. Episode 4, you have to escape the Witherstorm again, and then it splits itself into 3 beams coming out from each one. And then you have to escape it, and you need to like figure out what you're going to do, how to defeat it. Ivor reveals to you that the amulet that Gabriel gave to you, that's what it's tracking, and that's why it's always after you. And so you go back to Soren's fortress because you think that the Endermen will be able to destroy it, which obviously they don't. But then it makes a hole in the side of it. You decide to face off the Witherstorm there. You kill the Witherstorm by getting command block sword in Ivor's lair in the Farlands. You get new armor. You can then you have to keep hitting the sword. No, you need to use the sword to hit the command block many times, and then after 3 times it's destroyed. Rubin dies, which is this pig. Then after that you admit to the whole world that the Order were like a fake, because apparently they used the command block to get rid of the Ender Dragon rather than actually beating it, which is what they always told everyone, that they beat the Ender Dragon. And then you tell everyone, and then that's like the end of episode 4. That's like where the Witherstorm arc finishes. Episode 5, you find this portal hallway where you end up going to a world like where they think like a sky island kind of thing. So you have a sky island, and you've got to like Aiden, the guy who was in the previous episodes. He's not really a relevant character to the main story, but he tries to get rid of Jesse and stuff, so there is a bit at the beginning with another temple or whatever, but I'm not going to go into that because it's not really super relevant. But then Aiden tries to take over. He takes over the castle, like the Sky Island, and then he throws mobs everywhere, like from spawn eggs. And then after that, you have to face him down, and you find out there's Earth below, and then everyone goes down underneath to the actual world itself, because they never thought that there was anything down there. So, yeah, that's really the end of the episode. You leave, go back through the portal hallway, you try to find your way home. Episode 6 is more like a murder mystery kind of thing. You go into another portal, thinking you're just random portals to try and get home. And you have to find out who's killing off these famous YouTubers. Yes, you get Dan TDM, Captain Sparkles, Stampy, and then you got other ones as well. I'm not going to go through all of them. They all slowly get killed off. There's very few at the end that actually live. There's like 3 or 4 of them. You find out it was someone named Cassie Rose, I think it is. And then after that you go through the portal and go back home. Episode 7, which was actually a creepy episode, you've got this like computer AI kind of thing in a desert that's chipped everybody and tried to like make them useful, I think it is, and they tried to chip your friends. You actually never get chipped, but yeah, so eventually you have to go in, kind of like the Wither Storm, you go inside of the AI computer and then you have to disable it. Episode 8, this is probably the episode I remember the least, but I think it's where you have to go through these, like, what looks like Hunger Games, but you have to, like, go through these games to try and win. Turns out that they're all corrupt or whatever, so you do actually win in the end. Which makes sense. So you do win in the end, and then once you've won, the episode kind of ends after I don't know exactly what, but that's the basis of the episode 1 to 8. I know it's a very brief run through, but I'm not detailing, every single little thing about what happened in those episodes, because that's not what this video is about. My least favorite episode out of the bunch would have to be episode 6, because episode 6 is just like a murder mystery and there isn't too much going on other than you trying to find the murderer, and it wasn't really that fun for me. My most favourite episode, I've got to say, is episode 3, because I like going after Soren and going to the end, and I just felt there was so much going on and it was so fun. I do like Telltale's games. They do a really good job when it comes to the games and stuff that they make. I've played other ones before, like The Walking Dead and stuff, before I played this. I played it on the Switch, and I had a really good time. Do I enjoy Minecraft story modes more than most Telltale games? Yes, I do. I think Minecraft story mode has a very good element of glamour to it, and I don't think I had much of an issue with the game. Like, at the time, I think it was underappreciated when it came out, because I think people don't, people take advantage of what they feel like that they don't, they're going to have for a very long time. When people actually play this game now, they kind of see, like, oh yeah, there is good in this game. Because the problem with people nowadays is they think that they think everything has to be perfect, and games don't have that, and neither does movies either, which is also a problem. You can't. Most people will always try to find the bads in absolutely everything and the good, which is why it's always impossible to make movies now, because of that, and games. So when Minecraft Story Mode came out, everyone was like, "Oh, it's just a cash grab. It's not that good of a game." Or you watch a YouTuber, like YouTubers play it, and then it's like, well, there's nothing more for me to do because I've seen someone else play the game now. The experience isn't going to be any different for me. Which I do understand that point of view, because it's like when it comes to Telltale games, when you watch someone else play the game, it's like, well, I'm going to get the exact same experience. There's not going to be any differences. Whereas when you play games like Minecraft and you watch YouTubers play that, you can do everything you want because it doesn't matter. Whether you want to go through a classic survival or creative, like, there's always something to do. And I always felt like that with Minecraft Story Mode, unless you just like really want to try it out yourself and don't care about playing through it again after you've watched it, someone else play through it, it is a good game. And when I first played it, I was actually invested in the story. Even episode 6, I didn't like it very much compared to the others, but I did still enjoy it in a little bit. Do I think this game is still worth playing in 2025? Absolutely. I think that if you can do a method like MODDED, you can still play the games on pretty much most systems. I've never tried it on the PS3 because I only had a PS3 when I was like 15 for like a year. Then it broke, and then I got an Xbox 360, and then I've just had that for years. So I always felt like Xbox 360 was a lot more reliable, so I've got that. Do I recommend it to you guys to play again? Absolutely. Like, I do, there is ways of doing it, and if you are interested in those ways, you can always message me. But I think that it's been given so much hate, and now when people actually look back on the game, they think, oh yeah, that was actually a good game. Because now they've lost Telltale, and it'll probably never come back, and then the stores have delisted the game. The only way that you're really able to get it now is by doing, like I said, MODDED. Because you can get, like, once, especially with my 360, the way that I got the game was every single game has like a record online, even if you can't like fully access certain games anymore, like Minecraft Story Mode. There was a version of it at one point, so you can download the ISO and the ROM for the game and with all the episodes, and it will work. So yeah. The negatives about Minecraft Story Mode are, one more thing about positives. The music for this game is absolutely astounding. I really love the music for this game, from the home menu to like when you're just listening in calm situations. That music is absolutely amazing. When the Witherstorm boss music is my favourite. It's really good, really good. The negatives. It is definitely aimed for a more younger audience, and it can be very cringe. The audio, the dialogue, you know, it can be very cringe at times. It's like, oh, friendship, teamwork, we can all work together and save the world. I wasn't a big fan of that. I thought that was stupid. You know, it's just really the childish things. I don't really have many negative things to say about the game. I thought it was pretty well made. I enjoyed the story kind of thing, and I like the idea of, rather than using a boss like the Ender Dragon as like the main thing, or using the Wither as the main thing, they expanded on that and made a whole new boss kind of enemy that you could fight in a story kind of format. And I actually think it's insane what they've done with the Storm, and I actually think it was such a good enemy. Like, it was super brain dead. Like, it didn't really think of anything other than sucking up the world and following the amulet. But it was so good of a villain. It was like super insane. I really liked it. I really loved the Witherstorm. I think it is my favourite Minecraft boss, even if it's not exactly a Minecraft as a complete boss. I mean, for me, this game is 100% worth playing. I would say I would give the game a solid 9 out of 10 in my opinion. Didn't like episode 6 as much, but to be honest with you, I couldn't really come up with an idea, because this still was like earlier days of Minecraft. So there isn't like the Warden or anything like that at this point in time when the Minecraft story mode was out. I do think that they did a really good job with this game, and I think it just got a lot of hate, and I wasn't happy about that. I think it deserved a lot more love, and now that people have noticed that the studio's gone and the game is gone, they actually appreciate what they have. And that's the problem nowadays. Everyone just doesn't appreciate what they have until they lose it, and that's what I feel is, like, there are just some shit things, so I'll give you that. Like Madam Web, poof, that was awful. But with this Minecraft story mode, it is a lost amazing game. And apparently the reason why the game wasn't available anymore was because Telltale became bankrupt, and then lost a partnership with Mojang, which meant that they had no license to sell the game anymore unless Mojang wanted to sell the game, and I don't think they did, because they were just focused on like Minecraft and things like that and keeping that going. So that's why they delisted the game, and then you can only get it through MODDED now, from modded ways of doing it. But yeah, I mean, I think it just gets too much hate, and I have played through this game again recently, and to be honest with you, yes, it's the same game every time you play it, but it's still amazing. Another thing to note, your choices in this game don't really matter. Same as The Walking Dead, most of the time the things always turn out the same. It's just the relationships you form and how things go that that you get any sort of differences. There are minor differences. The only main choice you get in this game to do anything is with going with Olivia to find Eligard, or going with Magnus. Not going with Magnus. Going with Axel to find Magnus. There's so much information about this game. Sorry. I've done both options as I played the game. I've been through the game, I would say, 2 times fully. This is the 3rd time going through it. And then if I probably will do a series of Minecraft Story Mode, because I think that'll be a good series to do. It won't take too long. It'll just be like 8 1-2 hour videos. But yeah, there isn't much else to say about it. I just really enjoy it. I personally thought this was better than the second game. I did play through the first 2 episodes of the second game on my PC, because that was, at this point, I hadn't got an MODDED console that could play these games. So I have the links on the PC to download it, so I did get it. I'm not going to leave it in the description because I might get my computer taken... not my computer, fucking hell. Sorry, I can't talk. My YouTube video taken down. So, yeah. That's all I got to say. I think that they did a good job with it, but Season 2, I did feel like there was downgrading quality when it came to the actual gaming experience. I got very bored after episode 2, so I never actually went through 3, 4, and 5. But yeah, I really love Minecraft Story Mode. Do I think it will come back? Well, apparently the news on the studio is that they are remaking, well, not remaking, but they are releasing new games, such as The Wolf Among Us 2. That is one of the ones I haven't been through, The Wolf Among Us. I don't know if it's out yet, The Wolf Among Us 2, but they are back, and they are back in action. But apparently they're saying that they're going to focus some of their own games for a while, rather than doing bigger IPs like Minecraft. Because I know that, like, the stuff that they did have were, other than Minecraft, it was like the only time that they were really sharing studios with anyone or associating with others. But we might get new games like Batman: A Telltale Series 3. Potentially, I doubt they actually think about it. No, The Walking Dead probably won't get another season, because unless they redo it in another way or tell it with new characters, they've had their final season already. That's really going to be the end, I think, for that. And it has had 4 games, and then it had 2 like extended games, I believe. So I would say they've had, as much as The Walking Dead is good, I don't think there's a point in them trying to milk it anymore, because I think it's just going to get worse if they do that. I do think that they could release another 2 Minecraft Story Mode games, and it would still be good. 3 and 4 maybe, and even if it's good enough, maybe releasing a 5th. But I think anything after 5 would be a bit too much. But yeah, I do think personally it will return. I do think it will return, but I don't think it will be put in development till I'm gonna say 2028, 2029, and then even then we're probably gonna have to wait another year or 2 for it to come out. So I'm gonna say at the latest 2031, 2032. But I don't think it. I think there is definitely a possibility that it will come back when they've decided that, whether they're going to do it again or partner with Mojang, because Mojang own the rights, so they might buy the rights back from them to work with them. But yeah, I'll be very excited if the game does come back. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. This is the MODDED version of Minecraft Story Mode. It's not any different. You just get all the packs, basically, like all the episodes and stuff. So yeah, like this music here that you're going to hear in a second, it's just banging. They just made the soundtrack absolutely perfect. which is insane. Oh yeah, there's one more thing that I wanted to tell you guys about. I've recently discovered on Minecraft Java, you can play the Witherstorm mod, which is insane when you think about it. But like, see here, I have all of these. I have all 8 episodes. This is where I got up to on my channel. I've completed this on my streaming, I mean. But yeah, this is where I got up to with everything. There is a Witherstorm mod, and it's actually really good. It's like I mean, obviously there's a few different things because Minecraft Story Mode, the Witherstorm was different because it was in story-based format, whereas this version you have to actually beat like a Wither symbiote to get like the command block book to make the Formidabomb. So yeah, and then you have to beat it again to get another command block book, which will then make you able to craft a weapon. But yeah, it is really good. I would recommend looking at a tutorial of how to get it. I've got it myself, and I did beat it the other day with a friend. It does take a very long time though. Like for it to get to phase 5, which is where it spawns with the first Wither symbiote, it takes about an hour and a half, and it takes a while for it to get all the blocks it needs to become huge. But it's definitely worth playing, I'd say, and getting it yourself. If you did enjoy the video, please like, subscribe and comment. If you're new, I'd really appreciate it. If you did want to know how to get different versions of Minecraft Story Mode on different systems like Xbox 360, Wii U or PC, please message me on Instagram, Christopher.Robin2676, and I will reply to you. Just say, hey, I'm from your Minecraft Story Mode video, can you tell us how to get it, and I will send you the links for whatever ones you need. Or whether I'm also a console MODDED, like I do that myself for people, so if you want to message me on Instagram about how to get yours done, and you can get like any games you want. I do deliver like custom games and stuff for anyone who wants certain personalized games and things like that. So if you are interested, hit me up on Instagram and I will send you listings for where they are available on eBay and things like that. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I would really appreciate you all being here and stopping by and checking out my video. Let me know your thoughts on Minecraft Story Mode. Do you still think it's relevant? Would you still play it again? Let me know in the comments. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.